I want you to see what Jesus did 2,000 years ago. You see, when he gathered his disciples together in that room, he began to take the bread and he began to break it. And then he began to pass it out. So he took the bread and he began to tear it. And he began to give it out to his closest followers. You know what the bread is? The bread, we all know, is the body of Jesus. Every time he ripped a part of the loaf, he was giving to the disciples a piece of himself to them. He said, this is the piece I want you to have of me. And it's not for anybody else. This is your piece of me that I'm now giving to you. And how many knows it wasn't just the size of a cracker? They began to feast on large portions of bread. And every time he ripped the loaf, he said, this is my body. Broken for you. And I don't give this to just anybody, because this is a piece of me. And the amazing thing is he even gave it out to one who would betray him. Isn't it amazing that Jesus gives the best parts of himself to people who will betray him? How many times have you betrayed him? How many times have you done him wrong? And yet he still said, Jay, this is my body for you. Take it. It's yours. It's no longer mine. And he goes and he says, take it. I don't care what you even do with it. I broke it for you a long time ago. Just take it. And before you know it, he gave every piece. You get the small piece. He gave every piece of himself away. That's the amazing thing about Jesus. He held nothing back. He said, everything I have, I give to you. And he began to disperse it, and he began to break it. And he said, this is my body. It's not a symbol. It's my body. Here, please, have it. Take it. It's yours. It's not even mine. Take it. Oh, and then he began to pour his life's blood out. And he said, take it. Take it, it's yours. I shed it so it could be yours and not just mine. Here's the amazing thing. Everyone that I gave a piece of bread to, please stand. Please stand. You're a symbol of the church. Come here. I want you to come to me. Everyone who had a piece of bread, I want you to come. It doesn't matter the size of it. I want you to come. You see, get in a little circle, please. When you come to church, what you're doing is you're now bringing the piece of Jesus and you're giving it back to him. Jade, hold it. And before you know it, church, when we come with the fragments that we have of who Jesus is, we come and we bring it back to the Lord. And before it's all said and done, we have united the loaf of bread back together. That is a symbol of the church. The church is not divided. The church is not distinguished one from another. Because when we come together, we bring the fragments of Jesus together. And when you look back at the loaf, you see That's the completion of the body. Jesus hands it out. He willingly hands it out. Take back your pieces if you don't mind. But when we come together, we are unified as a single loaf again. Jesus has given each one of us a fragment of himself. And when we come together in this church, we bring the fragments back together. You are not the body of Christ by yourself. You are a fragment of the body. What makes the body is when we come together. And when we come together, the fragments come together and you can see the body. You guys could take the pieces again and go back to your seat. So when Jesus is there, and as he's handing out these pieces of loaves to his disciples, he's giving himself away. Church, I want you to know, the reason why, I don't care how big this church gets, the reason why every single one of you are important, regardless if you're seen or not, is because you contain a fragment of who Jesus is. And unless you are here, we will never be complete, because we'll always be missing your fragment of who Jesus is in you.